So I'm back again. Continue with the scheduling theme here. Uh, I went and looked up some stuff, see what's the best non-conference games of the year that doesn't deal with ACC teams. Uh, Baylor, Ole Miss, definitely interesting. The LSU coordinator, I can't remember his name, but he's going to Baylor, and he got Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. That defense, Baylor still has some good defensive players. Gonna see what Lane Kiffin can do against them. Excuse me. Uh, Southern Cal, Alabama. Seems like we've seen this before. Southern Cal, a couple years ago, I think because Jalen Hurts got the start or came in later and just ran all wild over uh, Southern Cal. Seems like we've seen that one before. But it's Alabama, so and Southern Cal, two named schools, blue bloods, the people like to call them. Wisconsin, Notre Dame, that's interesting. I think the next year they play at in Chicago. So, uh, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Wrigley Field. That should be interesting. I haven't seen it. Maybe Northwestern and Illinois might have played there a few years ago. I can't remember. Uh, all right, talked about Penn State, Virginia Tech, Tennessee, Oklahoma. That's going to be a good one. See how Tennessee has evolved. They're going to Oklahoma. Uh, a lot of high hopes for them. We'll see. Uh, Texas, LSU. Uh, Gonna be a good one. See if Texas get a little revenge. Another game we gotta look at is Michigan and Washington. Peterson stepping down. The Washington have a quarterback. Hard to say. Both of these teams don't have quarterbacks, but they probably really have good defenses next year. So we'll see how that works out for them. Uh, Speaking of which, Bryce, go to one of those two schools at Oregon, man. I think that will help you out with your career. But I know. Or LSU, matter of fact. I mean, I don't see why not. Oregon, Ohio State, again, gonna be a good game. Oregon's defense is lovely. The problem is Oregon doesn't have a quarterback. Great offensive line. That's gonna be a hell of a game. Excuse me. Um, Last year, Oregon got knocked out early of the championship, getting into the playoffs. They probably still have a chance. Didn't lose to Arizona State, but they did. So we'll see. So some early games. Look at one game off the chart, sort of BYU and Minnesota. The article says that it's the first time they ever met. Uh, TCU in California. Nah, don't really care about that one. Houston and Washington State. I don't even know who Washington State quarterback is. If I mean, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna throw the ball around or whatever. I don't know what their offense is gonna look like next year. Memphis and Purdue. All right, this is an interesting one. App State goes to Wisconsin. Hey, everybody remembers Wisconsin beating App State going to Michigan and winning. They give Penn State a hard time a few years ago. They almost beat Tennessee a few years ago. They beat North Carolina last year. So TCU, SMU. Hey, right down the street from each other in Dallas. That's gonna be a good one. They call it the Orange Skillet game. Cincinnati and Nebraska. Cincinnati takes a lot of these games on usually wins them. Then they beat UCLA twice. I mean, they got a chance to beat Nebraska and Nebraska. All right, talked about Florida State and Boise State. This is called like weird games. Remember, I was saying in my last video, uh, Wake Forest is going to Old Dominion, so that's a weird game, and Kansas goes to Coastal Carolina to play a game. It's kind of odd, considering how soft Coastal Carolina is. I mean, that's about it. I mean, like most people, I'm looking forward to that Oregon and Ohio State. This is another weird little game. Oklahoma goes to Army to play a game. And that's a real small stadium that Army plays in, so that'd be very interesting. Army gave them a run a few years ago with that triple option, so we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. And that's about it. I mean, I think next year's going to be interesting, but we're going to enjoy the off season. Talking about some basketball. But all right.